we lost the episode. Well, the audio at least. I know it sucks. Unfortunately, it didn't fully record, but I tried to make up whatever I could. I threw it through a bunch of programs and a bunch of like stabilizer or whatever. What you hear is gonna 100 times better than what actually was recorded initially. But still, you know, if you don't like it, you don't have to stick around. But on your way out, just make sure to hit the subscribe button, maybe like the video. But for those who do stick around, thank you. And hopefully you still enjoy the episode.
Is this what you guys have been experiencing? You and your sister?
What?
You've been experiencing knee pain for some time now.
Oh yeah, you never get knee pain, right?
Yeah. Now I have. I'm like, whoa, why is mine here?
Yeah, we were born in it, in knee pain. You know, we were molded by it. So for us, it's like nothing now.
It's our mom's side of the family. They're very like vitamin D deficient. So they're.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I thought it was calcium. No.
My bad. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Anyway.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cousin
Connection
Podcast. Do I always start it? I guess I
Yeah,
never
like recently, yeah.
I'll remember that next time.
Okay.
Yeah, so first off, let's address, we finally finished our trilogy of the 3 episodes. So, but if you guys still do have any questions about what we talked about on our trip or anything, still leave them in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel. And also, if you're listening to this on like one of those listening platforms, like if you're not watching this, apparently you can like stuff and you can actually leave comments now. But I don't know if that's like, I've seen it on Spotify, but I haven't seen it on like other. Oh, I only use Spotify, so yeah, I might be switching back to YouTube Music with it.
I think on Apple. I don't know. I have to check out podcasts. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if you can leave like reviews and like stars and stuff there, I want to start checking that out. I want to see what the analytics are of the audio listeners. And I feel like we do a lot of visual stuff too. Well, we don't. We try to describe it as well, but I'm trying to get a gauge.
I know a lot of you will watch us on YouTube because you tell us. But then a lot of you guys also listen to us while you're commuting to and from.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if you have like the video up or if you're just listening to the audio.
Well, shout out to all the commuters out there.
Yeah. I actually we'll save the comments for the end, but I saw one and I was like, this is so real.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait till the end.
Okay.
But Sara gave us all the docket today, or at least wrote down a lot of it. And
I feel like it channeled your energy.
Really?
Like,
because I do not know what this first topic is.
What?
Yeah, so Sara, please explain to me, what is the parking wars of TikTok?
I can't believe you don't know what that is. So, you know how a lot of the states are also suffering from the excessive snow?
Yeah.
So, I guess this isn't a thing over there, but you know how here we have trucks that come and clean the roads for you?
Yeah.
Even in the smaller neighborhoods, for the most part. There, they have to like dig out their own parking spots.
Oh no! Like, I think I get. I have seen these, and I get what's happening. So like, they do clear the roads, but they don't clear.
If a car was originally
if
parked
cars are
there,
parked there, they're not going to clear that. Especially in cities like, I think the ones that we're seeing them in are like more cities with a lot of residential neighborhoods within them, like Boston, or Chicago, or Toronto. No, yeah, Ohio. You saw them in Ohio? Maybe there's one in Ohio, but New York was a big one too, where like they don't have a lot of underground parking, or they don't have a lot of people park on the street. Yeah, they don't have driveways.
A lot of parallel parking, but basically,
there's like a lot of unwritten rules.
Yeah, well, I think this is also not a first, but like it's not common. But I think it's just common sense that some people lack, or maybe it's a sense of entitlement. I don't know. You guys tell us, but
yeah.
People would spend hours digging out a parking spot for themselves.
Yeah.
And they, you put in the work, so they're going to claim that as their spot. And then other people in the neighborhood are like, oh, like when the person leaves, for example, to go to work or wherever they're going.
Yeah.
Another person would come and just steal their spot and park there. And then to retaliate, the original parker, the OP, get it?
I see what you do.
The OP, they would be so...
Are you referencing Reddit there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't know if you even knew about that, right?
Listen, I'm hip with the times, okay?
Okay.
A lot of research goes into me staying current for this podcast.
I'm surprised that you knew what an OP was. Like, even when, for me, it was the process. Like, is she referencing something else, or is she referencing what I think she's referencing?
Yes, I had to Google it the first time. So I'm like, like, why are they not? But they do.
Yeah.
But to retaliate, the original parker would literally pack the person's car with snow and then shovel it back on because they were so upset that their spot was taken. And, you know, obviously TikTok, you live for the comments. So I was reading people's opinions, and some people were like, oh my God, like the ones that would film it thought this was so entertaining.
Yeah.
And then there was this debate of like, can we even claim public parking spots on the road like that?
Yeah, because like we've never experienced this because like
we have driveways, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. We have driveways, but also I don't know if Toronto has. Maybe we do have the same culture. We just haven't seen it because we didn't live in the city. But
yeah, in the city they have more parallel, like street parking.
Exactly. And are there a lot of residential buildings with street parking in Toronto? Like purely street parking?
Buildings?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I feel like all the buildings have underground parking or some type of like residential parking.
Well,
what?
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like it's a very like old American thing.
Once upon a time, I experienced parking wars in my own neighborhood. Did I ever tell you that story?
What?
When I got a ticket for parking in front of my house.
What? Oh, we used to get those too.
That's so
all
crazy.
The time. I know.
But you know what's insane?
What?
Is that parking enforcement never, like, they don't really care that much about residential areas unless there are parking signs. That's different.
Yeah.
But my street, you know, like, it's a ghost town, okay? Like, unless you're going to work, like, no one really comes outside. And there was one day that I could have moved my dad's car out of the way, parked my car in the garage, and then moved his car back. But, like, ain't nobody got time for that at, like, midnight, okay? So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to park across the street and then move my car in the morning.
And there's, like, nothing there. It's
There's literally
just,
nothing there.
Like, grass on the other side. No houses in front of there at all.
And do you know?
What?
So the next morning I got a ticket. But here's the crazy thing, okay? Because the parking enforcer that wrote me the ticket obviously snitched. You know how I know that he snitched?
What?
Because they have to say, like, where you're parked next to, right? He put a house that was, like, down the street. So I'm upset now because I'm like, why would that person down the street call the cops for me parking, like, literally directly in front of my house? Like, I could see
We've heard some crazy stories about, like, okay, you know what? The ones that we've heard about, or I think you know what I'm talking about, where, like, there's a person in a certain person's neighborhood that will call the cops immediately if they see someone parking in front of their house. It's someone who also lives in, like, the Morningside, Port Union area.
Oh! Yeah.
I'm not surprised. There are some people who are just way too nosy and, like, in too many people's business.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. And the thing is like, the neighbor that lives in front of me, they have, like, a lot of cars, like work cars, their personal cars, and so they often will park on that, like, right in front of our house.
Yeah.
But they don't fill it up completely. Like, there's still space for other cars to park. So I parked there.
No, the parking enforcement, I don't know if they've chilled on it now, because do you ever do this? Like, you park it there just to see, you're like, you know what? I'm going to take the risk tonight, and they just don't give you a ticket. I
park there all the time. I've never gotten a ticket. My dad parks there sometimes.
I'm pretty sure the reason for that is because it has to be called in. So that
it is.
And yeah, so anytime you park it there and you do end up getting tickets, because, like, you can already assume that someone has called in. Like in this case, where someone called it in.
100%. And best believe I appealed that, because I said, excuse me, I was not parked in front of that house.
Yeah.
I was parked in front of my own. Thank you very much.
Did the prices go up? Because I remember when we used to get it, it was only like $10.
What?
Yeah. But that was like 20 years ago, right?
Oh,
or 15 years ago.
I think the ticket was like $65. I don't know.
Okay, their prices have gone up, because even the regular ones that were going out at that time, even downtown, were like $30.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cheap. I would have just paid it. But it's the principle.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But a lot of times it's like, okay, there was one time where I did get a very, like a 3-figure parking ticket.
Where did you park? Oh,
yeah.
Was that the time that you parked where it was, like, very clearly assigned, but you just...
It was not clearly assigned. Okay, I once got a 3-figure, I'm not even going to say how much it was. It was a 3-figure ticket for parking in what was supposedly a handicap parking.
Yeah, I remember
on the main road.
I remember this.
But the sign was under a tree, okay, and it was being covered by a branch, and there was, like, no indication that I could see at the time on the curb saying that this was handicap parking. So I parked there, and I come out, and I see his ticket, and I thought it was like I was misreading it for a second. I was like, oh, maybe they accidentally... I'm seeing an extra zero there or something. Crazy. But no, it was like a 3-figure ticket, and I disputed it.
Did you win?
And it literally took a year to get a reply, and I
lost?
Yeah, and I had to pay it.
Can I ask you something? This is a really dumb question.
And I didn't pay it till the last day I had to pay it.
What happens if you don't pay it? Do they arrest you?
I think like
illegal to not pay
yeah, you can get like a warrant out for your arrest for not paying tickets. Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah. People get warrants. Like in America, that's a huge thing where people can like they literally ruin their lives because of how many parking tickets they get.
There are bigger crimes than not paying your stupid
No,
parking
but you know
ticket.
it's about like, you know, these people are already struggling, they're paycheck to paycheck. Like a $100 ticket can literally ruin you. Like people have zero savings. They're literally running on like credit. So they have no other choice but to let it build up. And then it builds up, there's a warrant out for their arrest, a cop stops them for like a broken taillight or whatever, that they, whatever reason they come, because this usually happens to people with minor worries, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, you know, they find out there's a warrant out for them, even though it's just for parking tickets, they go to jail, they can't post bail because they have no money to post bail, they can't go to their job because they can't get out of jail, so they lose their job, and then they end up on the street, homeless, without any money, all because of parking tickets. This is actually, like, something that regularly happens in America.
That is so sad to hear.
It is.
That
Parking tickets, man, they're serious. Especially for us, it's nothing. We're taking it as a joke because like you can afford it.
no, because in my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna pay that parking ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if they're gonna arrest me, like, shit, take your $65. I don't know.
I don't know how it is in Canada. Maybe in Canada.
I have to look this up.
Yeah, same. Because I got a couple of 407 tickets that I ain't or fines or whatever.
But like, I don't know. Like, you're right. I did appeal it, but that
Mhm.
was like a couple months ago, and I haven't heard back yet.
Yeah, and like, what happens? This happened to me too, where I got a parking ticket, and I tried to like ring it up to see how I could pay it, and it said like error occurred, blah blah blah. I can't find it. I was like, okay, you know, maybe I'll try this next week. I tried it next week, didn't work. I was like, I guess this is not a real ticket, and I just never paid it.
Maybe it wasn't a real ticket.
And that's what I'm thinking, because it was in like a private parking spot, like those underground ones, but it looked like an official Toronto ticket.
Okay. Oh, that yellow paper.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, and I was only there for like, okay, I was there for a couple of minutes, but you know, I'm just saying, I forgot to pay, whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but that was interesting. Hopefully that doesn't come back. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, we see all this to say, parking wars is like a serious thing. What do you think though? Like, do you feel like people can claim public parking spots? Is that fair for them to then box, like, to shovel in a car?
Maybe I'm on the opposite side. Okay, it depends on like timing, right? Okay, let's say you had a big snowstorm. Even I'm kind of going back, because in my mind, immediately I'm thinking like, if it's a public street, like it's not a residential street. Like basically, you know how sometimes they have streets that are purely for people who have permits to park there because they have houses there. In that case, if that's a spot that you normally park at, and the rest of your neighborhood knows that, then you might have a claim to it in a way, right? But like, if it's just a regular open street, like it's a public street, anyone can park there. Because how about if a guest comes and they just see an open spot and they park there? Of course, you're less likely to have a guest in the middle of a snowstorm or after a snowstorm, but it happens, right? And that person pulls up innocently, not knowing that this was someone else's spot. They park there, and now they have snow all over their car when they get back, right? But yeah, if it's a residential area where people all know that person parks there, they may have a claim. But still, I'm kind of on the side of like, just like, you know, free for all. Like you can get your car out, but it's not going to be a promise that you're going to get your car back in. I'm just saying.
But like, you put in all that time and effort to shovel the snow out of the way. Like, I think it's like the principle. It's like you put in all this work, you clear the road, you clear the pathway, and your neighbor who did not shovel just all of a sudden is like, oh, thanks for shoveling.
If your neighbor takes it, then, you know, throwing snow and stuff on their car, fully justified in my mind. Fully justified. You can do that. Like, you know, pack them in.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, it's not like a unwritten rule where everybody's like, oh, I know that's Mark's spot. That's Khadijah's spot. I'm trying to find more ethnic names. I don't know why I use Mark first.
Okay, Mark. All right, cool.
Yeah. Then I'll be like, okay. It's like,
these look like residential areas, though. Like they're. It seems like those neighborhoods that maybe they have a driveway like on the other side.
Mhm.
You know those people that have driveways on the side of their house instead
Yeah.
of the front?
Yeah.
I think it's like those types of neighborhoods. I don't know.
Okay, here's the scenario thing. There's a snowstorm in front of our house. We have a driveway technically, but let's say we can't get to our driveway or whatever. We don't have a driveway. And we normally park right in front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
If I cleared that area and took my car out, like the rest of the neighborhood kind of knows that's this family's house because it's in front of them. If someone were to park in front of them, then I would be angry and probably like try to pack them in.
Right.
Right? But if it's a building,
You're better than me.
huh?
I would have slashed the tires.
Okay,
Serves
you
that
would not
right.
slash the tire side.
Watch me.
I don't even know. I don't even know if you know how to slash a tire.
All you do is kick a knife and stab it.
Do you even have the like forearm strength?
First of all, I have callus now.
You do not have callus. Oh, sorry, squeak in there. Yeah, so WD-40 on that. Hopefully they can't hear that.
I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah. Like what I'm saying is, if someone parks directly in front, like your car is touching the curb that's touching my house,
Yeah.
or my property, we got beef.
Yeah. Okay. I that beef is totally justified.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's not, if it's just a building, there's like 4 or 5 people in front of that house, and that spot is kind of interchangeable, then it's free for.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
different. I think, you know what? With home ownership, side note, I don't own my house. It's my parents.
Mhm.
They own it. But with home ownership, there are certain rules. You know, like, for example, if you and your neighbor share like a stretch of grass,
Yeah.
usually, you know, if your neighbor is petty, they will literally,
Like stop cutting right
yeah,
before.
they'll stop cutting right before so you
Mhm.
can really see that line of demarcation.
You're talking about that patch of grass after the sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even on the main, like, the main line.
Everyone
too.
from suburban neighborhoods knows.
But then there's also things like shoveling. So, for example, like in my neighborhood, we're blessed to have neighbors that we have. But like,
Mhm.
if you're gonna shovel the sidewalk, you might as well just go all the way down, like as far
Yeah.
up to the driveway, like their driveway, then they can take care of the rest.
Mhm.
But the point is, there are some neighbors who will be so calculated, and they're just like, nope, it's exactly 3/4 or half of the way there.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna go any further. And I know some of you are probably like, why should I do my neighbor's
Yeah.
house? And it's like, why not? You know, if you have a good relationship with your neighbors,
Mhm.
they'll help you out in a time of need, and then vice versa.
Yeah. The sidewalk. The sidewalk is like an unwritten rule. Is you just kind of do it for your neighbor, especially if you guys are connected.
Yeah.
Like for us, we're connected driveway wise, so
Yeah.
they usually end up doing that. Even sometimes the neighbor across who's not connected, so kind of do it.
Yeah.
But it's other than that, it's free game.
I think
There are a lot of unwritten rules in neighborhoods.
right.
Yeah,
Like I can't think of another
but
one.
this is a rule. This specific rule we're talking about right now with the cars, it can have some. Like I
There's
feel like
some leeway. There's some
yeah, there's a
gray
little bit of
areas.
leeway depending. Yeah, but for the most part, I feel like people do have spots in residential neighborhoods, and you are most likely going to be just fine too.
So you think it's justifiable to pack someone's car with snow? if
Yeah,
they're parking
but
in the
honestly,
spot?
like at the end of the day, I'm
That's
kind of
so
captain.
petty.
I probably wouldn't do it myself anyway.
No,
I'd be
I mean-
annoyed, but I wouldn't put in my own effort and time to further like add to it.
But imagine it took you 4 hours to shovel this
It
parking
doesn't
spot.
take that long.
These people clean.
People are acting like it takes hours to get your car out of a parking spot. It takes like 20, 30 minutes max. It depends. Okay, it depends. Like,
Remember last week when I struggled to park because
Oh,
my
yeah.
neighbor was
hey,
they did something super.
we'll see. Leave it in the comments what you guys think.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay, so next thing, this one's more like city related, but it's kind of universal because I feel like this happens everywhere. And yeah, so recently there was like I think like 6 to 10. There are a
30.
bunch of cops. Was it 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are like at least 30 cops like implicated in this huge drug / like racketeering or there's this whole case where they arrested a bunch of cops, a bunch of them got fired, a bunch of them
They didn't get fired. They're suspended.
they're suspended. That's what I meant. So they got suspended. There were some that were fired as well. You
They got
can't
fired.
get arrested and not get fired.
Have you heard of this, Ronald?
Come on now, no.
Listen.
If they're arrested, like they basically lose their job. You can't, especially if in this one what they've
Yeah,
been
but
caught doing.
The way that the cops operate is they will always suspend without pay
Mhm.
or with pay, some of them.
Yeah.
And then they will go through trial or figure out what, like, as long as there's evidence to back it, then they get fired.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just say a lot of cops got in trouble. Okay,
Yeah.
and this is like something that is universal to the police world or the even anyone with authority. It's going to be abused at some point.
Yeah.
And it's not even going to be abused at some point. It is being abused. It's going to come to light at some point. In this case, it did.
Were you shocked?
Honestly, I wasn't shocked.
Really?
Yeah. Like, maybe I was shocked by the story that I heard, which I believe is what actually got them caught, where they were actually planning to unalive a correctional officer.
Yeah.
Right? And then, while they're investigating that, I believe that's how they broke open the whole case, or I think that's how they kind of the catalyst to the whole situation. That's at least what I've heard. But yeah, there's like 6 to 8 cops who literally pulled up to a house about to unalive a dude. And I think they had someone on the inside, or they knew about it ahead of time, arrested a lot of them, or all of them. And it broke open this whole bigger case that they came out. I forget what they called it. They had a specific name for it.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called too.
They always like to have their little name for their sting operations.
You know, that would be me as a like police chief. I'd be like, operation, like, whatever.
Golden horse. I don't know. I say golden horse. I don't know. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm just I'm like an AI generator. I just give you a random one.
No, I would like name it after the person that we're after. So if it's like someone who like steals, operation like swiper no swiping.
Or for cost, it would be like Operation Piglet or
oh,
Operation
Crooked Cop.
No, ew, that's like
Is that too late?
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
It is.
You gotta play on things like Operation Donut Shop.
I can see that one.
Okay.
But
yeah,
some of the crimes allegedly
mm-hmm.
that they are, were exposed for.
Mm-hmm.
This one was crazy.
Which one?
But they were giving out addresses, to like hitmen.
Yeah.
To have some people unalive.
Mm-hmm. That was part of it too. That was like maybe that's what they were doing, instead of sending the hitman to unalive that correctional officer.
They were doing that themselves.
Oh, they were? Okay. Yeah, I thought I got mixed up or something.
But like, in addition to, they were like distributing. I think one of them was like allegedly distributing drugs. Mm-hmm. Probably some.
No, they were distributing drugs. They were like straight up just a gang.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody considers them to be, anyways, right?
But I think when it's like formalized
mm-hmm.
and like when they say it like this,
mm-hmm.
it's not shocking. But part of me is like, you know what? All of those, unfortunately, black and brown kids that have been unalived in the last couple of years.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't help but wonder, like, I wonder if a crooked cop had something to do with that.
And the thing is that, like, it's sure these guys were caught, whoever is caught and was arrested, but I'm like 99% sure that there are a bunch of other cops who knew this was going on.
Absolutely.
This type of like whole operation doesn't go down without some cops either being paid off or just looking the other way. Or of course there are probably cops who are being threatened, because especially if it gets this deep where you're dealing with drugs and guns and all these illicit things, like you're gonna have some type of enforcer, someone out there being like, hey, if you see something, you want to pull up to your house. Maybe that's what they were doing to correctional officer. He was like, hey, I don't like what you're doing, I'm going to say something. And then they pull up to his house.
I need to fact check something.
And actually, there were even cops who were retired already who were brought back into this.
Actually, I was reading this news report, and I saw that they released a couple of the names of the police officers that were suspended. Yeah. And one was like the father, who was a retired constable, and the son, which is crazy. Which
is actually really interesting, because I just recently watched Better Call Saul, and it's just a very similar like situation to one of the characters' stories, his like background.
Is that a movie?
No, it's a show. Better Call Saul. You never heard of Better Call Saul? You've heard of Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the lawyer in that show got a spin-off show called Better Call Saul, which actually takes place before Breaking Bad, and a little bit during it, and a little bit after it. But yeah, one of the characters was actually used to be a cop. He was a crooked cop. Yeah, and his son was like a good guy. I don't know. This is not a spoiler, right? I don't think this is a spoiler. But essentially, his son, because it's like in the first episodes, his son was a cop, but he wanted to be a good cop. He like looked up to his dad. He didn't know his dad was crooked, right? He was looking at his dad, and then a couple of the other cops who were dirty tried to get his son into the game. His son was like, "Nah, I'm gonna report y'all." And those cops or no, first he said like he brought this situation to his dad.
Okay.
He said like, hey, these guys are saying like we're gonna bring you in on this. What should I do? Like if I don't, they might threaten me, blah blah, that kind of thing. And his dad's like, you know what? It might be safe to just, take the money. Right?
He tells him to do it.
He tells him to do because his dad was kind of already crooked.
Yeah.
And he just wanted his son to be safe. So he's like, just do it. And he did it, but he still was kind of iffy on it. And because the rest of the officers felt like he was iffy on it and wasn't fully into it, they're like, we can't have this like loose string. What do they say? Loose string? The loose end, right?
Yeah.
So they just unalived his son. Yeah. And then his father came back and got his revenge and all that stuff. But that was like one of the main characters' like backstories.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is really cool compared to not cool, but like it's interesting seeing how like life imitates art.
Yeah.
And art imitates life. It goes. Yeah, it's great. But that was another interesting aspect to it. But like everyone knows, it goes back to that whole thing where we say like absolute power corrupts absolutely. And of course, they don't have absolute power, but any type of authority that you give to someone will eventually go to their head.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter who you are, no matter how good you think you are, I feel like once you realize the amount of authority you have, you tend to abuse it in a way. And sometimes you might not even realize that you're abusing it. And it's similar to how last week we were mentioning the people in the guards or even the workers in Mecca and Medina. Sometimes, like, because they have this authority, they have this ability to like control your whole experience in this situation.
Yeah.
They don't show you the care or the
it's like they lack empathy.
Yeah, they lack the empathy behind it because they know that no matter what they say goes.
Yeah.
So same thing with cops. Like they're probably cops who start off being super empathetic and like friendly and feel like they're gonna be one of the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
But then eventually the power gets to them. They realize that like maybe there's a couple situations that kind of turns them off to being friendly to people because they have a couple bad experiences, and now they're treating everyone the same with very little empathy. And then you get situations where people are being unalived, where maybe a social worker who came into that situation could have come up with a much better outcome.
I was just gonna say, like, I also think for that line of work, like police officers, especially the ones that are mostly in like the drug and crime units, they are in a type of industry where it's like they can easily be desensitized. I think to protect their own. Well, a lot of them actually end up suffering from PTSD because of what they end up experiencing and seeing. But they have the type of job where they become desensitized to it. So like maybe you're right. Like they start off being this like empathy. First of all, you can't really be an empathetic cop. Like, let's be real for a second, because considering what you see,
you can still be empathetic.
You can, but I think it would impact you too much. Like it would actually just pose as a barrier for you to do your job.
Well, they probably don't last as long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. It takes a certain type of person to be able to handle that.
Yeah, like
long term and still keep their But that's why I feel like the standards should be a lot higher, right? And the funny, go ahead.
No, you're right. Sorry, continue.
No, because the standards. The sad thing is that
what do you
in
mean by
Canada,
standards though, like to
for being a cop.
Oh yeah, the
right?
criteria that they use.
Yeah, the criteria, because in Canada actually, like the criteria is actually a lot higher to being a cop versus in America, where you see a lot more. See a lot more of this happening there. But over here, I believe you have to go to university. You have to at least have a university degree. I think that's one of them. Either a diploma or a university degree, right? And then there's like, I think a lot more training that goes into it.
Yeah.
But still, these cases come up, and it all comes down to no matter how much training you give someone, if this person has intentions that you're unaware of, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean,
even smart people do crime or do bad things.
Yeah, like I'm sure they do psych evals.
Yeah.
But it goes so much deeper than that, because you might be fine or like fit for the role in the beginning. But then I feel like there should, and I don't know, I'm not a cop, so I can't speak to this, but there should be regular, like annual even or biannually doing psych evaluations to make sure that you're still fit to continue to do the job. Considering the line of work and overall cops are supposed to protect and serve, protect, but they're not really doing much protecting. Like when you think about it and you see, the types of crimes, and then they have a hand in it too. Like that's,
Yeah.
And then people wonder why a lot of people hate cops,
or they don't trust them at all.
Or they don't trust them. Yeah, like they wonder, like, oh, why don't the citizens? There's a reason, because y'all are crooked. That's why. But...
Yeah, but it's unfortunate, but not really surprising. That's honestly my whole reaction to this.
Yeah.
It's inevitable, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah, for these people to take advantage of their position. No?
Maybe.
Hey, politicians do it. Why can't cops do it?
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's trying to, what do they call it? Take a piece?
Of the pie.
Yeah, a piece of the pie.
Yeah. So,
just, call out, keep filming cops. Especially down in America. Like, with everything going on there, keep filming them. Report every incident you see. A lot of people, they see things, but they don't even report them because this stuff goes on their records eventually, right? Even if it's something where you see a cop dealing with another person, you yourself can make a report against that as well. So these things kind of add up. Of course, you have to find out their badge number and all that stuff. You might get involved a little bit, but at the end of the day, if it keeps them accountable, we can do our part.
So I saw this, was it a week ago, a couple days ago? Bisan her account was blocked or deleted, removed from TikTok, which is
not long after the acquisition.
I'm just looking a little suspicious, And then I also noticed that there was this huge push for a new app called Upscrolled.
I haven't seen that. Have they mentioned it?
Yeah, so she tried to create an account on Upscrolled, but I think naturally people were already creating accounts, and by
under
the time,
her name?
Yeah, so she couldn't actually. I know, and she's like, "Please, can I?" Anyways, she created an account.
Yeah.
A lot of people also created one in support of her, but I was thinking about it. I'm like, is this going to be one of those it's popular for 2 weeks and then they're going to forget about it, like the Red app or whatever it's called, Red Note, the Chinese app.
Red Note, yeah.
Red Note, right? Yeah, remember that was popping for
I don't remember even downloading it. Did I download it?
We never downloaded it. Was when TikTok got banned in the States.
Oh, yeah, because it's in the States. Yeah.
Yo, Americans, dramatic. So dramatic. Like the memes, as funny as they were, just seeing how they reacted to TikTok being banned for what was it, 24 hours? I don't even, it wasn't even that long.
And then the whole propaganda post that came up afterwards when it came
back.
Saying, thanks to the orange man downstairs, we've been able to come back and provide you with the service that you guys have been all wanting.
It's just, I just find it interesting. And I was like, I don't even know if Upscrolled is going to actually be.
Well, Bisan is just she exposed, or her situation exposes the whole issue that's now occurring with TikTok in general, where because it was acquired by someone who is affiliated with the orange man downstairs, I keep calling that, or south of the border, and also with the the blue-green, the blue-white country. Can we say those words now?
I feel like we can.
I feel like we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just commit.
Can we commit? Okay, yeah. So this guy, I forget what his name is. He's a billionaire who's associated with Trump and also associated with Israel. So he's and Israel has come out with a video, or the BB dude. He came out with a video saying that this was their plan, to acquire it and then control it so they can suppress whatever voices they don't deem to be don't agree with. And now we're kind of seeing that happen, right? Where she got banned, but she was able to make another account, and make posts on there, and continue posting. And I've been kind of on the fence because, of course, I've been getting a push from the little lady over here to maybe stop using the app a little bit, and because she's never been on the app. My wife's never been on the app, and she's been like, hey, there's all this stuff going on. I actually want your information being on there. But at the same time, I'm to me, TikTok has almost reached a level because I almost never use Instagram.
I know.
Zero,
I handle a lot of the inquiries.
Yeah, it's almost purely just TikTok if I'm gonna use anything, and I'm on the fence because I still get a lot of information from TikTok, whether it be about Palestine or especially what's going on in America at the moment. Like that's where I get a lot of my information, and it's a lot of times it's like right when it's happening, right? So that's how I keep updated on what's going on. And I'm trying to use YouTube Shorts more to kind of like get used to that a little more. But the algorithm is just not there, right? It's giving me more like entertainment stuff, and I want more like what's happening, what's going on in the world, and I get a lot of that from TikTok. So it's still there, which is why I'm still kind of like on the fence of whether or not I should continue using this. But yeah, and at the same time, I'm also thinking like, is this like a frog in the boiling water situation where we don't notice it changing because it's happening slowly? Does that make sense? To where maybe like my timeline would have been like 50% world politics or world issues, and maybe American, or 50% of that, and then like 30% American politics, and then like 20% entertainment. Wait, yeah, that makes sense, right? 20% entertainment.
But I thought with TikTok, you kind of build your own algorithm by liking certain.
You do, but now that they have control of it, like how much can they control?
They can like feed in things in between your algorithm.
Exactly. Or even if you do like something and you want to see more of that, they can still say, "No, I'm probably not going to show you anymore." It just happened to get you this time, right? So then my timeline might change from like, instead of 50% of world politics, whatever, it turns down to like 20% of that. And like it's like 10% of American politics is like 70% just entertainment, or like stuff that doesn't really add value to my life or doesn't give me add valuable information, right? So that's, and it might shift to that slowly to where I don't even notice it, and that's my concern, right? Yeah.
You're right, because I feel like even if, especially since the acquisition, like I haven't noticed. It's not like I woke up one morning and I'm like, whoa, what's wrong with TikTok? Like, why are my posts being weird? I do still feel like my algorithm is based on what I've curated it to be. So it's a lot of it is still like over TikTok.
Ooh, the real test will be, I guess, Ramadan.
You know what's crazy though? Remember last year we were talking about this?
Yeah.
During Ramadan, all of a sudden, our entire algorithm was just food.
Yeah.
Like the whole time.
Oh, for me it was like Ramadan stuff. And
Ramadan and food stuff.
It made me like
iftar,
coffee stuff.
And yes, exactly. It was like all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very interesting, and I just think like,
if we don't see that this Ramadan, then I know something's wrong.
But are you gonna start liking those types of videos now in preparation of it?
That's the thing. I never think about that. Like what I like and what I actually. You know what? I don't consciously think about it. I used to think about it a lot more, but I guess maybe just because I've been on it so long, I kind of like train my brain. But like now I just do it instinctively, to where like if my brain knows like if I like this, I'm gonna see more of it.
You know what's crazy? You know what started happening to me this week, and it hasn't happened in a while, so I've noticed it.
What?
You know, before when we actually started to pay attention to our algorithms, we've noticed that anytime we're talking about something, we would go on TikTok like an hour later, and whatever we talked about,
it'll be on there. Yeah,
that happened to me this week.
Oh no, that happens all the time. Yeah, for us that happens all the time too.
Really?
Yeah, like we'll be Google searching something, and almost within the same hour, pulled up the TV, and it was an ad on there. So
TV.
Yeah, like we were watching on TV. It's YouTube ads.
That's why it's connected.
Yeah. So it's just, but like the fact that it shows up immediately, before it'd be like, it'll give you a couple hours, or not a couple hours. Like next day it'll probably start showing you stuff, but now it's immediately, if you search something, it will show you it on the next ad that you get. Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes it kind of works out, because we got an ad, we looked it up, and there are actually some good stuff on it. Right? So,
that's fair.
But a sad thing to say is that, not sad, a side thing to say.
Oh
my god. My lisp.
It's lisping today.
It's lisping. A side thing to say here is that you can change that. Like, you can adjust those features on your phone, or like those tracking features, I guess, on your phone, where you can say like, don't track this, don't track that. At least Google has that option. So I probably need to go through that, because I recently got a new phone. So I need to kind of like go through it and
iPhone has that.
Yeah, but
Ask app not.
Does it?
Yeah.
See, but sometimes I'm like, but I kind of want you to tell me what you. Like I kind of want you to tell me, like to show me the things that I'm looking for. Like if I'm looking for it and you can get me a better deal, like show me the meds. I'm gonna look for it.
But do that purposefully and not
What?
like I would rather have control over it and not just like do it in the background. No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you gotta give and take, man. It's
Yeah, I know the world.
You can't have your
we live
cake
in
and eat it too.
I mean, you can.
Can you? Okay, that saying is there for a reason. Okay.
I know that's true. You're not wrong. I just feel like I would rather, while we still can, I'd rather be in as much control as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure you fell for the ads, and you're kind of happy that you got those ads too.
Occasionally, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The ad things, I'm not really that like pressed about them. I like getting like directed ads because sometimes I get some good stuff on there.
Yeah.
Everything else, forget it.
Well, it's the ads, but it's also like sometimes it'll be because I don't know.
What?
I don't know if your algorithm has been taken over by this,
Mm-hmm.
but have you seen those like talking foods now where it tells you like
What?
how to what?
Talking food?
Yes, it's like AI, obviously. AI has
No.
evolved.
I've never gotten there.
It's no longer those weird cat videos where they're having like an affair with
Yeah.
a gorilla and then have a horse as a child or whatever. Not those videos.
What?
You haven't seen those ones?
Your algorithm, Sara, is on something else. I don't know what's it. First off, I don't get AI videos.
Can I show you?
I get zero AI videos on TikTok or any ad. I mean any app.
Okay, the AI videos are actually, it's mostly on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to show you. I have to show you the video. It's not going to make sense. I think I sent one to Steve.
You're trying to save yourself because that was a weird reference.
No,
to
I know.
that.
It is weird. It is weird. It
Yeah.
is. Like,
But why are you getting that on your timeline?
It started popping up one day, and I thought it was normal at first.
Yeah.
You know, it would be like, oh, this cat, like the baby cat, like the mom's on the phone laughing hysterically. You don't know who she's talking to, but she's also making this like giant pot of spaghetti. But then the kid somehow falls into the pot, so she cooks the kid. And then her and her husband start eating the pasta, and they're like, wait, where's our kid? And then she's like, oh my god, he fell into the pasta, and they start like violently throwing up everywhere. You haven't seen those?
What you doing?
You haven't seen those videos?
No.
Wait.
I don't think anyone's seen these videos, Sara.
Guys.
I feel like you're generating these videos yourself.
No, I swear. Hold on. I'm not. Let me find it.
You're not gonna find it.
I swear to you. Okay, here's an example of one. Like,
You're sending these to people.
yeah. Like, look at this.
What is it?
The monkey got stuck. This kid.
What the hell is happening? This is your timeline? There's no way you're getting these.
Look at this. It was a flashback. So there was the egg, and then they saved the egg. They saved it from the snake. Okay.
What happened to the plane?
No, this is a flashback, and so they gave it back to the bald eagle, and they're like, "Thank you for saving my baby."
Of course, it would be
So the bald eagle came back to save him because they saved his baby. So he brings her back to him.
You need to stop interacting
How
with
is
your
that
side.
though? It's a happy ending. Look at this.
You need to show this side. Okay.
Okay, anyways, the point is,
You're crying.
I need a napkin.
Ow, my face hurts.
Okay,
Ugh.
AI has evolved, okay? And I feel like there's someone out there that's making these videos of like talking fruits and vegetables, and it's like, the onion would be like, I don't like to be placed next to potatoes because I'm gonna go bad. And then it like tells you how to store your fruits and vegetables properly. Like I just saw one recently, and I
You're
sent
in
it to my
deep on
mom.
this AI stuff.
No. Hold on. I need to like obviously clean up my face right now. But I sent one to my mom.
Here.
Thank you kindly. Look at this. This is what I was talking about.
I'm Rice, and these are the biggest dangers I cause you every single time you eat me. I know you eat me every other day and think I'm harmless.
Sara, you gotta send me these. I'm gonna put these up and let everyone else be the judge.
No, but I'm saying like, you know, AI has evolved. Like, look at this.
Add chia to cucumber, and this will happen. First, soak 2 teaspoons of chia seeds for 10 minutes.
That's ginger.
Then toss half a
I know that's ginger. I get that.
1 stalk of celery, the juice of 1 lemon, and add chia water.
The what of what way go back, Sara?
Minutes. Then toss half a cucumber into the blender. 1 cup of pineapple, 1 stalk of celery, the juice of 1
The
lemon.
juice. I know it sounded questionable. I know. He said, the what of one lemon? Gotta love
It's so bad. Audio, hopefully audio listeners understand that what's going on.
But anyways,
Uh,
if you guys
Mhm.
have been on Instagram, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I don't think anyone knows what you're talking about. So.
I'll find the cat one. I'm telling you.
Please let us know in the comments if your timeline looks anything like this. Because I'm concerned for Sara too, and I might be concerned for
You
everyone
haven't
else
seen
has
those ones
this
with the
timeline.
cats where they
I don't
eat
get
the kid?
any AI videos. But then again, I'm not on Instagram.
I feel like I've DM'd them to you. For sure.
Sara, when was the last time I checked my DMs?
Yeah, I know, because someone put us in a group DM and you haven't even opened it yet.
Did they?
Yes.
Who?
Cornell.
Oh,
He's been DMing you.
I didn't see that.
You're just here not seeing it. Where? Wow, look, I've sent you so many. Like, did you see the Queen speaking patois?
I literally have not seen any of these, Sara. I'm sorry. I haven't been to my Instagram in forever.
believe you bring this kind of drama in my house.
I'm just done.
Okay, we're done with this.
Okay,
we're done.
anyways,
We're done.
the
We're
point
gonna move on.
is, the point is, there are cats out there having affairs with gorillas, and it's a thing. Okay. It's a thing.
Okay.
Guys, I'm not crazy.
We were talking about Bisaya getting removed from TikTok. How
I
did you
know,
get
we're
here?
talking about algorithm
Yeah.
and AI.
I'm, file note here. I'm just saying, I'm concerned for TikTok.
Yeah, we're.
I'm not abandoning ship just yet.
Yeah.
But it's.
We're paying attention.
Yeah, we're paying attention. We're
Got it.
paying attention, exactly. And y'all should be paying attention too. I'm saying right now, if Ramadan comes up and I don't start getting a bunch of Muslim content, it might be it for TikTok. I'm just saying.
In other news,
In other news.
we are still paying attention because this one I actually want to talk about, but not too much
Mhm.
because it's a controversial topic.
Which one?
The next one.
Oh yeah, this has been like huge news.
It's huge news, however.
In like, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, as you guys know, I'm sure, unless you're living under a rock, you would have heard about this, but the Epstein files have been released. The FBI have been. Is it the FBI?
Not all of them, but yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of the documents are being released. Some of them are still redacted, photos.
Quote unquote redacted.
But I did not want to look into them
Mhm.
from the jump. TikTok has a way of just like people are obviously this is something interesting to people. It's
Mhm.
people that they've looked up to, celebrities, politicians, like you name it, they're
Yeah.
involved. If you're rich and powerful, you're involved in this somehow, some way.
Mhm.
And a lot of people on TikTok are covering, they're going through the documents because it's accessible now to the public, so
Yeah.
anyone can really see it. But they're going through it and then they'll just like post videos on it and
Mhm.
they'll talk about the extremely disturbing things that occurred on Epstein's Island and all the other things that happened in between. I feel like the Diddy news almost like, I want to say it desensitized me, but it didn't because it was like, the stuff with Diddy was happening for the most part
Mhm.
with adults.
Yeah.
The Epstein stuff, where it's, and the only thing, it surprised me at first, but now I'm not surprised, was how openly people were talking about like Satanism
Oh yeah.
and rituals.
And conspiracies. Okay.
Conspiracies.
That's the they're talking about this, but like, okay, the main things that surprised me were because everyone knew about the crimes. Like, first off, Epstein was he was tried and he was convicted, right? And Ghislaine Maxwell, same thing. So these things were already confirmed to have happened. The Epstein files were essentially just to expose who was in on it, right?
Yeah.
And the people that were in on it were a lot of people that you kind of expected that were in on it, but there was no proof.
Yeah.
But then there were a lot of people who denied even being part of it or being even related to him or saying, "Oh, he's a disgusting man. Oh, I want to deal with him." And they're literally like begging him to be part of his parties. Like Elon and stuff are like, he's like, I didn't know Epstein, blah blah blah. I didn't even want to be associated with him, blah blah, that kind of thing. And you find out he's begging to be part of his, like, go to his parties, and like he was low key, like you can tell, like, yeah, it literally.
Like,
Epstein in the emails, like replying to him, he was like, okay, okay.
You're like, fine, you can come.
Yeah, exactly.
That was literally it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're disgusting.
Yeah, and then you find like Bill Clinton, not Bill Clinton. What is his name? Head of Microsoft.
Oh, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is out here like trying to like get like STD medicine from Epstein because he secretly doesn't want to tell his wife that he got one from one of the girls that he's been messing with. Yeah, like stuff like that is coming out, and there's plenty of guys. And go ahead.
No, it's good. Finish.
I was gonna say it's like you have that side of it, and then you have all the people who are like known on the internet for being conspiracy theorists and for being the ones who, like, you know, were big pushers of having these files come out, and now they're coming out like trying to defend the Epstein people. Like big guy right here, Joe Rogan.
He's defending.
Yeah, he's like out here trying to defend it, and a lot of them are saying like, you know, it's like, what does underage really mean? Yeah, he didn't say that specifically. Well, he kind of did, honestly. But there are other people who are also saying like, what does underage really mean? It's like 15, 16 is like, are you really a pedophile?
Yeah.
Or are you a
These people are getting kidnapped.
PDF file? I don't know how I can say there. Even that one, we were just kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
PDF file. Okay, let's say PDF file. But like, they're saying like, you know, he's not really a PDF file. Like, if anything, he's more of like a, what's the name of a person who's into like teenagers? Whatever that word is, they're trying to like say that's not that bad, right? And they're trying to make him seem cooler now because these people who are usually the first ones to be waving a flag of like conspiracy are not trying to defend the people who are committing these conspiracies that they've been talking about the whole time. But yeah, what were you saying?
Do you remember, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but a few years ago, do you remember that one conspiracy theory about Wayfair?
Yeah.
And how they were selling like these pieces of furniture for like thousands of dollars, but then they would be named after certain kids.
Yeah.
And that apparently is coming up again.
Is that confirmed to be like...
It was never confirmed. It's still a strong conspiracy. Mm-hmm. But then it also relates back to the whole Pizzagate.
Yeah,
thing.
Pizzagate.
I never knew what that meant until now.
Really?
Yeah.
Where they're saying like CP and they're like speaking about cheese pizza, but really they mean child thing. Yeah.
Or like pizza parties, and like all of these videos are resurfacing now of like what's that one late night host? The really popular
Jimmy
one.
Kimmel?
The other one, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, yeah. Was
talking about a pizza party with Taylor Swift. Or like...
No, but the thing about those is that Peter Thiel, who's, I think, he's a billionaire who runs like some type of like major security firm, like online security firm. I can't remember exactly. Let me search it up actually. Peter Thiel. He runs something
Oracle,
huge.
Right?
Huh?
Is it Oracle?
Is it Oracle? Peter Thiel. Oh, he's the CEO of PayPal. German capitalist. Palantir.
Oh.
Yeah, Palantir, which is like owns a bunch of things, right? But he's a billionaire, maybe even a trillionaire. We don't know how much money these guys really have. But him and like Epstein were like basically colluding on creating conspiracies to further divide the left and the right, so they can basically take advantage of the fact that these two groups are fighting and like use that to their advantage politically. So they were the originators of a lot of these conspiracies that were occurring on the internet. They were using pages like 4chan and Reddit and other online, like Twitter and all these things, and they were purposely like stoking the fires on certain conspiracies that were going on. There were people coming up with, so they can further like move forward with whatever their political agenda is. Yeah, so a lot of the things that you think are happening, it's kind of crazy seeing that a lot of those things are being confirmed.
What's interesting to me is like obviously these things, it's like there are always rumors, conspiracies. Nothing was ever confirmed, and now all of a sudden they're releasing these documents. I also saw that his last will and testament was released.
Really? Okay, I didn't see that. Yeah.
And the interesting thing about that is that he left the island and majority of his fortune to his mistress, his girlfriend, not his wife. No.
Oh.
Another, I forgot her name.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
For her, for Ghislaine or whatever her name is, I think he left her, was it $10 million or $5 million, something like that?
Yeah.
And apparently he made his last will and testament 3 days before he was allegedly unalive. And so now there are people who believe, wait, I don't think he's actually dead. They think it's a conspiracy because they're like, he left majority of his like wealth and fortune to this mistress, probably because he has a plan of like, let me just fake my unaliving to only just because if you think about it, why are the documents now all of a sudden being released? It's like these things that have normally been swept under the rug, or like things that are hush hush.
You mean like the files?
The files and like the things that the extracurricular activities that took place. Those things are normally hush hush. They're never really spoken about in a public setting the way that they are now. And it's almost like, you know, do you remember when we used to watch that one crime show? What's that called? My favorite crime show.
CSI?
No, the other one. The Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds, yeah.
And what was the one thing that a lot of these like serial killers would do is they would have this like innate narcissism within them where they would want their crimes to be exposed because it was sort of like a boasting type of way. And it's almost like you're not going to do anything about it. Like I'm unaliving these people in such a gruesome,
like,
horrific way.
Yeah, it's like you're not going to be able to catch me.
Yes. And I feel like it's just interesting that all of these things are coming out so openly. I don't feel like there's this outrage. Like, did you hear people were allegedly sacrificing babies and children? And it's like...
Yeah, there's a lot of the thing is that I feel like it's very unique to America because in the rest of the world, the people who are being implicated in these things are actually, there are consequences for them. Like that guy in the royal family, his name like Peter James. I forget his name specifically, but Andrew. Oh. Yeah, Andrew. He actually lost his like title of being part of the like royal family, so there was a consequence for him. But the people in America, like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or all these people who are being implicated into this, there's gonna be no consequences for it. No one's going after them. There's literally, before the file even came out, the FBI director, like Kash Patel, he literally came out and said there's no credible evidence in these files. There are no names. There's like Epstein worked alone. He didn't have clients. Blah blah blah. But then you see all these files coming out. It's clear that he did have clients. He had people he worked with.
Yeah.
So where are you now? Like, and this is the same guy. Kash Patel was the same guy who, before he got hired in the FBI, was one of the people who were pushing for the Epstein files to come out. So you're seeing like there's this weird game going on. Like the people who have the influence, the billionaires out here, they still have the influence. So no matter whether even if the information that came out was worse than what we're getting now, I hope still nothing would have happened to at least people within America. Just due to how the system's set up.
And it's very like, it's such a weird, I feel eerie. I don't even want to like, I want to protect my energy at this point, so I stopped consuming this content, but I put it on the docket because it's like, I couldn't not talk about it. But one thing that truly has made me scratch my head, and I don't understand it, but like kind of do, I don't know if I want to say it out loud on the podcast, but I might, is that some lady named Aziza something, who lived in the UAE, but she's from Saudi Arabia, sold a piece of the kiswa, like the black thing that covers
the
camera.
And I saw that. She sent it to Epstein.
Him. Sold it or sent it to him as a gift?
She's like sent it to him as a gift or something like that. Yeah.
Why? Why?
These billionaires, they live in a different world. And they're like...
He's not even Muslim. It has no significance.
I'm telling you, they live in a different world. Like, for them, like, nothing is sacred in their eyes, right? For them, everything's material. Just having something that's unique, or not unique, but also rare, is just something cool that they can boast about to their rich friends, right? So they don't care about the spiritual aspect of whatever they just got, or the religious significance of whatever they just got. They just know that they got something that no one else can really get. It's like super rare. and now they have it in their collection. Or at least even the person who gave it to him just thought like, oh, I can give him something that he can't get normally.
But what was
And that might
interesting,
give me some type of,
did you see the email exchanges between them?
No.
So there was an email exchange between, I think, like her assistant or her and his assistant, who his assistant didn't even know what the kiswa was. Like, she didn't know what the black fabric was.
Yeah.
She thought that he was getting sent a piece of the Kaaba. Anyways, corrects herself.
Yeah.
And then Aziza, like, in the email basically explains, like, by the way, this fabric has been touched by at least 10 million Muslims. And she explained what the tawaf was. It's like they circulate the Kaaba 7 times. It's part of their, like, the ritual. And so another conspiracy is some people are linking it to, because he's allegedly linked to Satanism and doing all these sacrifices. So they're just saying, like, what if he's doing black magic? Like, and, you know, usually the premise of...
I don't know if it's that deep, but...
I mean,
I wouldn't put anything past them at this point.
Right? But it's just, like, I just feel this, like, weird, eerie, like, I don't even want to read it. I don't want to know any of the other details. Like, I'm going to just block that out. Because it's so messed up. And I feel like now that this is all blatantly in our faces, like, we got to start paying attention.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, it's not in our world. At least, okay.
I mean, it is, but we're just choosing to, like, stay away from it. We're not in that world.
Exactly. And, like, maybe, I feel like Muslims are kind of shielded from these kind of things because we don't take part in, at least, like, being victims of these kind of things, because we don't take part in these cultures or the things that, the environments that you would find yourself in where you might, you know, be connected to this, but what?
That's a naive way of thinking.
What?
We could hope that.
Yeah, we can hope that, I guess.
The way that
there are people who, you know, there's reason that they say, like, if you see a girl flying to Dubai, or a free ticket.
That's crazy. I'm just saying, like, the end of times is near.
I can't default to that every time.
But it's true. And these types of things, it's almost like, I want to say it, but I don't know.
You think it's like building up to like a
the Antichrist.
What? Oh, I was gonna say to like a climax. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like just so much stuff building up.
Yeah, it's building up to the arrival of Dajjal. I'm just saying.
But do you think that's because we're coming in from like a very Western point of view?
No. Okay, I don't want to get into this on the pod. Maybe we need to have a Patreon. We really should consider it, because this is such a deep topic that I don't know if I feel comfortable just like talking about it so openly on the podcast. But this has been consuming my thoughts all week, and I've been waiting to like kind of just.
What is it?
This topic.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I think because I've been kind of following it for many months now, it's not as big of a shock to me. But I think maybe because this is like the 3.5 million files coming out. Like that was a bigger story than the stuff that was trickling out earlier. So for you, you're kind of seeing it all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Prior to the files coming out,
yeah,
I would see random videos, but I didn't care. I just didn't care to consume.
Because you didn't know the extent of what was happening.
No, like the stuff about Diddy made me feel sick to my stomach. This stuff, truly, like the more, I don't know what it is, but like I just started watching a couple of these videos, and like the things that were being exposed, I couldn't sleep. I was like, this is too much. I can't consume content like this. This is not something that should ever be normalized. It's not normal. It's messed up. I don't know. It's so messed up.
Yeah, and the scariest part of this that we should probably go back to is that the lack of consequences.
No consequences. People are almost like, maybe it's because, like, I was wondering, like, why isn't there more of an uproar to this? And it's like, maybe people just don't know. Like, they haven't been. Who's gonna read 3 million files? No one.
And also, it's not that, because there are people who have made it easier to read by using AI to, like, I think they call it Jmail, where essentially they created something that looks like a Gmail account, but it's all the emails inside there. So you kind of got to go through it like you're looking at an email account. And then there are other people and then they took like the conversation within those and made it look like a messaging app. So where you kind of actually see like the messages going back and forth instead of going through like these emails, because there's a bunch of like replies and all that stuff. But there are ways to see it a lot quicker. I think another big aspect to this, or why people don't really care as much, or at least in America, is because a lot of this was, at least the left and the right, a lot of their motivations towards getting these files out there were to see if Trump himself was implicated anyway. And the sad thing is that, or not the sad thing, the funny thing is that he is super implicated in these files. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence inside there to prove that he was really in on this. Like all the things that he said, where he's like, "Well, I wasn't a friend with him after this time," blah blah blah. That stuff is provable now to not be true. But the people on the right were looking for like us. We're trying to avoid seeing the smoking gun, or at least before they make the flip, they're looking for a smoking gun where it says Trump did this to an underage, blah blah, that kind of thing. But because there wasn't anything explicit like that, even though there was a lot of things that implicated or basically alluded to that, there was like a nothing. They didn't really react as big to it as not as big to it. They didn't react to it as much as they probably would have. And same thing on the left, they're looking for something similar to that, but because they don't have that smoking gun, there's nothing they can really do with it anymore. And there are actually a lot of Democrats who are implicated in this, so it kind of makes them look bad. So because the two political parties can't really utilize this for whatever political reason they want, they can't. It kind of just becomes nothing. That's what I feel like is happening. That's why we're not really seeing that much action going on in the south of the border. Like I mentioned, in the rest of the world, there are things being done to people who are mentioned in here, but I don't think it's going to happen because there's no political will to like further investigate this. Nothing's going to happen.
It's so crazy. I just feel like if you're rich and somewhat powerful and you have a level of influence, you almost become untouchable. But if you're poor, you get friggin' jailed for not paying.
Not even poor. If you're not a billionaire.
If you're not a billionaire, you get jailed for not paying.
Because millionaires can get away with stuff. I mean, millionaires can, to a point, even get caught for things. But billionaires, no matter what they do, they're gonna be able to get away with it.
So crazy. But on that note, I'm sure y'all have seen Trump's extremely racist post about Michelle and Barack Obama.
The funny thing is, I didn't see that.
You didn't?
But I'm not on Twitter or like Instagram, the place that didn't really posted.
There was also like this really odd observation. Did you hear about the thing about Michelle Obama's documentary on Netflix? How it was, so her documentary called Becoming.
Yeah.
I really need to get off TikTok, clearly. But anyways, her documentary on Netflix was like moved to the children's section, even though it's obviously not rated for kids.
Yeah.
But it was like moved there.
Wait, children's sections of what?
Of Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
okay.
It's on Netflix. And so it like showed up there, and then I think it was like yesterday I happened to open up Netflix. People were like posting about it and like saying, "Hey Netflix, like why are you doing this? Like why are you trying to remove her documentary?" Like with Trump also posting that racist video. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically it's like a AI type of video of Barack and
Michelle
Obama, their heads are on monkeys or something like that. Obviously, you guys know the racial implications of that, but the movie, her documentary, when I opened up Netflix, it was like the main, like the main cover page. Let me see if it'll show up again.
But like he's already been openly racist towards other groups of people.
So you see how like you open up Netflix and it'll show this?
Yeah.
Hers was this one.
She's just showing like the homepage of like, it usually shows like one of their productions first, and then it has like a list of everything else.
Yeah, and so hers was like the first one, and I was like, wow, I guess they brought it back. And it was like the most rated or whatever, and most highly rated or whatever the thing was. But I just thought it was interesting that this was all happening at the same time. Anyways, the point that I was trying to make was Trump was like, he wasn't even really denying that he posted it. He just claimed he didn't watch the full video or whatever. Like,
first of all, why is the president? Why is the president not watching the things that he's posting to millions of people?
It doesn't make sense.
The leader of a country is not even watching things that he's posting.
Like, if you're gonna lie, at least make it believable. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't condone lying. I'm just saying,
But my theory is that, like, for the most part, he doesn't even run his own Twitter page.
You think someone else, or whatever
think,
the
like,
Truth platform it was called, what is it called?
Truth Social.
Truth Social.
I feel like a lot of times he's not putting directly. Maybe he's writing into the Note app and someone else posts for it, and then the rest of the like AI videos are being made. Like, because I can't see Trump out there going to an AI app video production thing and like making that. Did he repost something or was it his original post?
It's like he saved it or whatever. I don't know if he made it, but it was
because
like,
if it's his original post, like he had to put the video file into the whatever that kind of thing. I don't know if Trump even knows how to do that.
But like, you don't think that?
I'm not saying that like he's wrong. He's not wrong for posting. He's still wrong for posting. He has the full responsibility of posting that because that's still his page. But still,
Yeah, I'm thinking about it from the standpoint of like, even if he had someone post it for him, don't you think that person would think?
They know what they're doing. They know it's racist, and they've been openly racist. Have you not seen what's been going on with ICE? Like,
I mean, yeah, I know.
literally, they're going up. The most ironic video I saw, like, it's both ironic and sadly funny, where an ICE agent walked up to a dude and started saying, like, show me your papers. And when the dude asked him why, he's like, you have an accent. Guess what? The ICE agent also had a thick accent. They were both Mexican. They were both Latin
That's crazy.
or some type of South American.
And that person was an ICE agent?
Yeah. There are actually a lot of ICE agents who are South American.
That's messed up.
Yeah. It's kind of like their own people, Latino. Right? So it's sad to see, but like they are telling the people, we are, pointing you out purely off either your accent or the color of your skin, which is a racist policy.
That's so racist.
But this is an official federal policy now. And if that's coming from the top down, and the top guy, you can kind of just assume that he's going to be good with that, and he is. So is it surprising that he's making these posts out there? It's not really.
It's not, yeah.
And he has made not similar to that, but like he's made racist posts in the past, where it comes down to like Palestine, right?
Yeah.
The videos he's made on that.
Yeah.
And I think he's like made videos either on Congo or what he said about like Somali and basically every other African country that he's mentioned. He always like insults them right after.
Yeah, it's also like this isn't
More South American country.
This isn't his first time attacking Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he first became president? He was trying to say like he wasn't even born here.
Yeah, exactly. He was one of the birthers.
Yeah.
He literally was denying that Obama was born in America, and he never like said sorry for that. He never backtracked on that at all. He just continued to double down on it. If one thing Trump is really good at, is not apologizing and doubling down. That's all he knows how to do.
I'm standing on business.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It doesn't matter
That's
how wrong
crazy.
he is. He will double down on it. And remember when there's always been signs and not even like small signs, like big signs that he is racist.
Mm-hmm.
People have pointed out in his past that he's had like racist business dealings when it comes to who he gives his apartment or who he allows to rent his apartments.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
who he sells his apartments or buildings to. And that was before he had any political drive at all or influence. And then, of course, when it came to the birthing thing, and then later on when he started mentioning countries and like calling Somali a, something hole.
What did he call him?
Like a poop hole. I don't know if I can say. Can I say that word? A shithole?
He called Somalia.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
While he's insulting them while they're like he's kicking them while they're down, while they're already being targeted by ICE. Shout out to all Somali, by the way. You guys are.
I know y'all know how to stand on business. How you just gonna let him insult y'all?
Wait, no, don't. They got a lot of things to deal with.
That's right.
Okay.
It's fine. Well, he'll get what's coming.
Yeah, but it's not surprising. Just like every other thing here, a lot of these things are like. Yeah, it's like post COVID world is.
The truth is just being exposed left, right, and center.
We're in the upside down right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But on the bright side, Ramadan is around the corner, and as Muslims, you guys know, I think what's interesting is I remember as a kid, whenever, because Ramadan was in the winter when we
Yeah.
were kids, remember? And it was always such an exciting, like, the air was just different.
Yeah.
But I never knew why because I was a child. I didn't understand. But now I know.
It's.
The-
But I can. Okay. I was waiting to see if you got.
But it's true. Like,
Yeah.
it's you know, one of the best months. I think it is the best.
Let's double check that.
Before I say that, it's one of the holiest months of the year.
Exactly.
And I feel like as an adult, when you're fully aware and conscious of what Ramadan means to you,
Mhm.
it's sort of like a time to cleanse your soul.
Mhm.
And it always comes. I think Muslims can unanimously agree. It always comes when you feel like you need it the most.
Mhm.
Like whenever you need that like boost, it's sort of like that same boost that you get from Umrah. Actually, is it the same?
What?
Kind of.
The
Because
boost?
the boost that you get, like the iman boost that you get when you finish.
Yeah, I
Umrah.
feel like it can. It's very similar.
I was thinking about it because
Mhm.
I'm like, you know, what does it mean? How does that happen? And I realized it's because when you go to Umrah, when you're in Mecca, when you're in Medina, it's like your whole day revolves around ibadah.
Mhm.
Like literally, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go eat, but then I'll just want to go back to the mosque now. You know?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? And it's such a like. That's where our souls feel the most fulfilled
Mhm.
and satisfied and like quenched, if you
Mhm.
will. And I feel like Ramadan, obviously, as Muslims, we try to put our best foot forward, especially during that month. Reason being is one, because your
Rewards are.
rewards are multiplied. They're already multiplied outside of Ramadan, but like extra.
Mhm.
So it's like now's your time to be doing the extra credit to gain extra rewards. And so
You have that 2 times XP boost.
no, literally, but literally though, and I just feel like the way that we now long for it, like you know, some like maybe it was like a couple months ago. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to can't wait. And now knowing that it's literally going to be next week.
Yeah.
By the time we post this, actually, it might be.
No. Not by the time
Do we
post
still have
this.
we
We
still
still have another week. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, one more week. Exactly.
After, thankfully, it's. Well, you know, it would have been actually nice to get it maybe during the long weekend. But it's like right after that.
Yeah.
So like it's like your last weekend to be prepared.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes it catches up where you're not fully prepared for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're like, especially this year, my parents were not here, so yeah. So you know, no samosas, unfortunately. I'll see if we can make some.
Yeah, I actually that's what I was doing yesterday.
Okay, just saying you don't throw some over at the house.
No, come over.
Okay,
She's
let
been
me
asking me
come
like,
over,
oh yeah, I need to come over.
Yeah.
Hello, I need to.
Okay, might come over this.
Don't tell her.
Okay.
Like, hey, I brought the kids, and she'll be like, what kids? And you're like, surprise.
Huh? There you go. There you go. We'll get approval.
Maybe one of them.
What?
Maybe one of them.
Maybe one of them?
Separate them?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll think about it. Okay, we'll see.
One day, maybe we'll be able to bring
Yeah.
it on the podcast.
Actually, yeah, maybe in the podcast. We keep it
Imagine.
in this one room. That's it.
They would chew up everything.
Low key, they would.
Literally, there's so
I
many
forgot
wires
about
that
that.
you guys can't see.
They would chew every single cable they came.
They'd be like, you know, in Mario Party, it's like,
What?
ding, 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 and the race.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. Okay, there we go.
And then they'd just be running around. But
Yeah.
anyways, point is, Ramadan is around the corner. We're
Mhm.
very excited. I'm sure we're gonna do like another Ramadan series. Type of
Yeah,
thing.
we got to think about that.
Yeah,
So-
I'll start planning.
Okay, yeah.
We'll plan.
Mhm.
But yeah, do you feel like you are starting to get ready now that you know your parents aren't here? It's gonna be your first Ramadan, Mary?
No, it's like this.
Second?
Even, yeah, second.
Yeah, second.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be very different because, of course, my parents, like you mentioned, my parents aren't here.
Mhm.
And, like, I think now that the days are a little bit shorter, actually, I think daylight saving will still occur like halfway through, no?
Yeah,
Or will it be near the end? When is daylight saving?
it's great.
What day is it?
I have no idea. Let me look at
Mhm.
it.
Because as it comes closer to winter, like there's no real gap.
March 8th. So
Okay, so it'll be like the last week
The
almost.
half, literally, no, 2 weeks. 10 days ish.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. But before that, it's gonna be interesting because now like Muslim still comes in at like what
Oh,
5:45.
I was talking that I was making up my days. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a procrastinator. And it was a breeze. Like, alhamdulillah. It was actually the
Mhm.
only thing that made me struggle a bit was caffeine withdrawal.
Mhm.
So I feel like this week I'm going to cut it out completely.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So don't forget to.
Mm.
But that was the hardest thing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
energy was still like decent.
Okay. Well then, yeah. See, so you guys kind of can be prepared a little bit for it.
Yeah.
I'm going raw, right? Like I'm going straight in.
True,
So-
true.
Getting that schedule down
Mhm.
is probably my biggest thought, right? Like
Oh,
figuring
yeah,
out,
adjusting
okay,
your routine.
yeah, exactly. And if you want to go for Tarawih, like now it's a little bit easier because it's a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I saw
Right?
this TikTok that was like, oh my god, like Isha's gonna be so early, and then we're gonna get to Tarawih, and the Ramadan side quests are gonna go crazy. And I
For
was
real?
like, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Actually, yeah, we're not that far from
It's gonna be packed. Might as well
It is.
walk.
Yeah.
Actually, you can.
No, I can't walk. Wait, walk?
Yeah, sorry, I underestimated how
How far it was. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah. So getting that schedule down is probably going to be the hardest because to be in it spiritually,
Mhm.
it might actually turn out to be easier because everything is earlier.
Mhm.
But then, like your normal daily routines, like when do I work out? You know, when the things that I would normally do might have to fall off. Like, actually, I can still technically work out on the weekends, but yeah, honestly, the schedule is just gonna be the interesting part, seeing how that works.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I was also thinking like, okay, what goal do I want to accomplish this month? Because I feel like you just get this new sense of motivation, you know, which is a good thing. It's good to be excited and to feel motivated to want to do better. But yeah, knowing that our nights are now
Longer.
like longer,
Mhm.
we have more time to do things.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just keep trying to do the whole like early morning thing where I wake up early. But it's gonna be, interesting. On the weekends, you might, have to break that rule a little bit, sleep in a little bit more.
Yeah.
But since you mentioned the days don't really feel that long, like before, I remember there was one year, I don't know if it was in the summer, where I worked out at like 11 o'clock.
At night?
11 o'clock in the day,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't have to break my fast till like 8 or 9 p.m.
I remember.
So
those
yeah,
days.
there were some days where like I was going fasted and worked out for almost the whole day. So it's gonna be a little bit easier, but we'll see how we fare with now that we have more time, what do we do with that time? And that's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting. I still need to think about that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we'll take the next week
Mhm.
to prep, so that way the first episode of our Ramadan series that we filmed,
Mhm.
we might be able to talk about our goals.
Yeah. We can't really get to comments today because we were on time. But if you guys want to reply or have anything to say about what we talked about today on this episode, you can leave that in the comments. If not, make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. There's like half of you guys who aren't. So just make sure you do that real quick, please. Just do that. I said it again. Just do it again, please. And then follow us on other platforms, Cousin Connection Pod, Instagram, TikTok. Other than that, we'll see y'all maybe next week. Bye.